Welcome back, everyone, to Light All Fiends podcast. This is episode 39.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Today, I'm Biggest Gamer,
Adam Art
and we're back with 9-star Hegemon body art.
and no camera.
Yeah, because our camera battery is, I'm assuming,
I think our camera just shit the bed.
yeah, because when I was editing our, the footage for last week's episode, when I'm done, I leave it plugged into my computer so it charges.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess
No charge.
No charge. So, L Sony.
Give us a week or two. It'll be back.
Yeah, maybe we just got unlucky. Like it's one of
We've
those.
had this camera problems like this whole time we've had this camera.
I know.
Like I'm like, there's no way this is
Some of
that trash.
it was like L Tech, but other times it
Yeah.
was just like the camera was just hoeing us.
Yeah, sometimes it was us, like for sure.
Yeah.
But it couldn't have been every
No,
time.
it wasn't
man.
every time. Especially the heating issue on this camera.
Yeah.
Because I've looked it up, like 5 different people have said, like, if you turn off the high thermal thing, like, it should never turn off due to overheat. And it's done that every time overheat. So I can never use the higher quality settings after, like, 30 minutes. Unless I like blasting AC in the room. But it's October now, so that's not a viable option.
Yeah.
Unless we go outside, and now we're not doing that.
Yeah, but guys, we're talking about 9-star today, as well as Beyond the Timescape, chapters 100 to 150.
The timescape moves fast.
It is.
But it's amazing.
So let's start with 9-star. Wherever we left off, they were heading over to the Sage King Prefecture for the Sage King convention. Right?
Yes.
That's what it's called?
Sage King convention, yeah.
Yeah. So when we're on our way, first of all, was it just me or it took so long to start?
Oh yeah, because they were building it up. Because the whole thing, they were trying to show like so many lost inheritances, and I honestly thought that was really cool. So I was like, oh, so the Sage King convention is like a chance to like restart
your whole like inheritance lifeline.
Because we saw the starry river in the sky.
That was one of my favorite parts.
It was amazing. I was like, oh, so this art is OD. Like, it's much crazier. Because honestly, it seemed really good. Like, but it felt like a top B+ like type art.
Yeah, I think.
Which is still really amazing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like how I felt about it. But now I feel like it's A.
Okay, yeah, I think I felt the same way, especially because it's like a watered down version of the 9-star art, but we can't think of the 9-star as like an A+ art.
That's the S.
It's like an S. It's like S+.
Yeah.
So like watered down version, you're still gonna get like an A technique. You know what I'm saying? So the Starry River, the sky art definitely went hard this arc. And another big thing we gotta talk about is what's that pearl inside of his body? Is it the Julie pearl? The part where he puts all his plants and like the flame trees and all that.
Oh! It's the
the Julie bead, isn't that? Is that what its name?
Yeah, I think Primal Chaos bead.
Primal Chaos bead. Yeah, it's starting to become its own world.
Yeah,
it's getting when it took in the aura or the life energy of
the desolate creature.
The winged devil.
Yeah,
it's an eternal level
corpse,
creature.
Yeah,
corpse. It started becoming its own world. It started like becoming its own heavenly Taos.
Yeah, I was thinking like I don't know if it was the runes. It absorbed whatever the laws from it and started implementing it in the Primal Chaos bead.
That was pretty huge, and it was kind of saying that there's been a lot of differences within like the pearl or the bead, like a lot. It's like changing a lot, and now we start talking about eternal experts, and they start becoming more frequently seen. I'm saying
we haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen a living one yet. Maybe, well, we've definitely seen a living one. We just didn't know if he or she was an eternal. For example, the Sweeping Elder.
Oh yeah, they're definitely eternal.
Definitely eternal, and then maybe the Palace Master.
Oh, he's definitely eternal too.
Yeah, so I would say we maybe seen eternals. We don't know their eternal rank yet, but actually, the Sweeping Elder, we can just call him an eternal.
Yeah.
It might be higher. I don't know. Also, I want to just say this right here. Prediction. Eternal level will become cannon fodder. Like, it will happen. But I think whenever we find out the cultivation realm above Eternal, that one won't be cannon fodder. Because he can't keep doing this. Like, I can see just as one last time Eternal being like all the geniuses come up together, and all of a sudden you have eternal disciples, which before would be like the backing of an eternal clan, which there's only 8 of. So like I'm really like struggling to see how Eternals can become cannon fodder, but for this guy, I know he'll make it happen. But after this, I can't see it again. If after the Eternal rank we get, I don't know, peak Dow Sovereign cabbages, I'm gonna be not even understanding how he makes it work.
No, neither.
How about you? What do you think? You think we'll see Eternal cannon fodder?
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see like the above rank above that?
I don't think the rank above it. No, unless there's like 2 or 3 more ranks, then maybe.
Yeah, I think we got like Eternal, and then I think we got like 2 more. Because Eternals have been kind of seen,
Yeah.
and I don't think like the distance from Eternal to like that 9-star Master is 1 rank. You know?
No, definitely not.
So I think there's like Eternal, some rank right there in the middle, and then like Peak Sovereign or whatever they're called. But we got that. We see Fang Fei again.
Yep.
That was pretty cool. She was playing as like really like she learned from her past mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, I'm not doing this again. My clan is not facing extermination, and now like when they're in the mortal world, like this is like their actual like fortress. Like this is where their headquarters is at.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Long Chen wipes them out here, it's over for them.
Yeah.
They're not rising back. But what else happened before the big fight?
Oh, so he went around.
Mm-hmm.
He basically they went through like the demon territory.
Oh yeah.
They met up with. They saw the Peacock Race patriarch.
Got
attacked
wrecked.
him. Then the Heavenly Dow Curse came and killed him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they obviously went to the Starry Sky Sect.
Mm-hmm.
We discovered there's crazy arts in it, and we saw that there's what was it? It was like a river of stars in like the divine pool.
Mm-hmm. There's a river of stars. Yeah, it's like the full manifestation.
Yeah. So I think it's like that's the difference. Like this river of stars, but like the 9 stars, like a sea of stars.
Yeah, but I think in Chinese, because this is a Chinese novel, I think the seas are smaller than rivers.
Are they really?
I believe so.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Maybe I'm getting it mixed up. Then.
Yeah, you might be mixing up something else.
So you think rivers are smaller?
Yeah, because usually they always say mountain and seas.
That's true. That's very true. That's accurate. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Although, I think it might be lost and translated differently because you do hear mountain and rivers, but I think usually it's mountain and seas.
That's true. I think it's mountain seas. So you might be right. I think seas are bigger than rivers in this like scenario.
Yeah.
Because I know the Sky River, the Sky is a river.
In any scenario, sea is bigger than a river.
You sure?
Like most of the time, yes. When people think of sea,
I thought a sea is landlocked.
Is it?
Yeah, I thought seas are landlocked, or maybe that's a lake. Like,
pretty sure.
Oh, we didn't pass geography very well, guys.
LUS education.
What classifies a lake? You know,
I
really should know. No, I'm not looking for a lake. I'm looking for a sea. What is a sea? Smaller than oceans are usually located where the land and ocean meet. Seas are,
Okay, so it's second to ocean.
Maybe.
That's
yeah,
like
let's just say. All right. Seas
That's
are
what
bigger.
I thought. It's like ocean, sea. I don't know
River.
if it's river. I probably rivers than lakes.
Yeah, rivers and lakes. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that happened. Oh, the high firmament sect.
Yeah, that was after.
Yeah.
So we saw the high firmament sect.
It got built up, and then we got Long Chen learning the cloud immolation claw,
Dragon Claw
ability, and
we learned about how there's original Julie characters.
Oh yeah,
first generation, second, third, and right now
fourth.
They use fourth.
Right. So I think like you guys can kind of think about it as like the regular alphabet is like the 4th generation Julie.
Yeah.
And then like Latin or something would be the 3rd generation, or maybe like. We can't actually go that far. But yeah, regular alphabet that everybody uses, like, that's the 4th generation. 3rd generation and up it gets closer to the source. I kind of really thought that was cool because it's like...
Well, yeah, they're taking, like, it's nice linguistic approach.
Yeah.
Where they were just like, you broke down.
Mm-hmm.
You tried break where they were like talking about the hubris of humanity.
Yeah.
Where you try to break down like the most powerful foundation for humanity to make it easier for everyone to learn. Because she said it was like she used the measuring yardstick analogy,
Yeah.
which was like the original Julie characters could measure like the vast universe.
And
But for
like
to some
two
people,
symbols or whatever.
yeah, but for some people that was too much, so they try to break it down. But in dumbing it down, obviously a lot of information gets lost. It's like compressing like a file, right?
Yeah.
You lose a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the original file, and when you try to obviously undo it, that compression, you're not going to get the same exact file. So now it's like
That's some nerd talk right
yeah.
there. I learned a lot right there.
But now it's like she said, like when you put it back together, it's like the way you measure it, you could mess it up by so much and come to the wrong conclusion, and that could screw up your whole cultivation.
I really loved the way they made it seem like the original Julie like letters were like magic in and of itself.
Yeah, that's the way they described it. It was like if the heavens were showing you the answer to the questions you had.
That is crazy, and it makes me more interested in the Julie characters because I don't think like they've said they're important, but like I didn't ever see why. I guess you know, like I know knowledge is power, but like how could he use that knowledge?
Yeah.
But like now learning that, like it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I also I semi disagreed with what she was saying though.
About what?
Well, because like it was like I think the only reason why it seems like it was wrong to break stuff down and to dumb it down, it only seems wrong because you lost the original yardstick.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if we have the original yardstick, we can use that to measure bigger things, and then we have the smaller ones to measure the smaller stuff. But now we're only left with the smaller stuff. So I think unless she was talking about how we moved away from it and only you started using that, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, she's right. I don't know if she said that explicitly or if she was just talking about in general. Because I was like, if we had the original Julie characters, why would we care of whether we split it up? We use the split ups, everything circumstantial.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it is harder though when you're talking about like a bajillion years.
Oh yeah,
because like if you're talking about for like a couple generations, then like learning the first generation and then like to like your youngers, and then like they just have to like as they grow they'll learn the original, right? That's cool. But then like how in this world bajillion years you slowly start losing stuff. So I kind of like it kind of makes sense I think in their like time perspective.
Oh, of how it got lost, yeah.
Yeah, because like I could see that happening where all of a sudden instead of the original being like primary, now it's the first. That lasts a while, then it's the second. But they did a good job explaining like the importance of them, and then everybody kind of got their own like awakening through the High Firmament Academy and the ruins.
Yeah, so the dragon bones had, or the dragon steels, I think they were called.
So I think there were steels, but I don't know if they were made of.
Oh no, they were steels. They were steels made of Julie characters.
Yeah,
but they were, the Chaos Dragon. He even said like these aren't even the original Primal Chaos.
Yeah.
So there's even still even higher.
This guy's ancient.
Yeah.
Ancient Dragon Seniors.
Yeah, and we also found out just how crazy Primal Chaos Key is.
Yeah.
Because he said when he was doing the training for the dragon, he was like, you guys are at the same. He was a Mortal King Dragon.
No.
And your power can't be compared. He was like, he's a perfect true dragon from the Primal Chaos era.
Yeah.
But you still should be able to match him.
Yeah, it's just like insane.
Yeah.
But Longchen is pulling out a way. That cloud art that he had, it was pretty cool how they described it. And we kind of learned about the Palace Master, and we also learned, we kind of already knew, but it just confirmed it, that all of like the higher ups in the High Firmament Academy were like suppressing their cultivation base, because we knew there was like once we started learning about World Kings and Heaven Divine Venerates and like Eternals, we were like, there's no way that most ancient like
academy
in the world has Immortal Kings as its like leaders, and like there's just no way.
Yeah,
there's no way. And so they show that to us. They're at least the higher ups are at the very least at an innate Heaven Divine Venerate level. So and that's and I'm not even sure if the dean was at just that. And they made it seem like the dean could be even higher.
Yeah.
And the palace master is almost like,
I think the Palace Master's an Eternal.
I think he is, and if not, he's like half step, like peak half step, like
because he's a dragon.
He's a dragon. I think he's. I don't know if he's the first true like. He's not a true dragon.
I don't think so.
But he's like, I forget what type of dragon he is, but he's like one of the few like dragons we've seen that's not in like dragon form.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually the dragons that they'll kill, they'll find like random dragon species that have been like dumbed down. This is the first like sentient dragon that we've met.
Yeah. Well, they always say that every race has to transform into a human for spirituality.
Yeah. So besides like ancient dragon senior, I feel like this is the first one. Yeah. Or, do you think? Right?
I think so.
Yeah. So that's why I was so surprised. It was like a dragon, like a real dragon. That was crazy. We got that, and then we had the auction. Oh, I love the auction.
That was hilarious, bro.
It was so good. This is also, I was happy with the sell point of the auction because I didn't want the eternal corpses to just be cabbages, bro. If they numbered in the thousands already, I would have been like, no, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, we only ever got up to 58 or something.
57.
So that was nice.
Yeah, and he got in the first one he got 18 corpses and 6 eternal weapons. And then on the second cauldron, he got 57 corpses, 18 eternal weapons, I believe. I think so he got a nice sum there. Yeah, it was good. He tricked everybody.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, big thing.
Yeah.
So we found out the Heaven and Earth cauldron.
Yeah.
There's 2 cauldrons.
We didn't know that.
Did we not?
Yeah, we did.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't know that.
Really? He said it originally when he started using it for pills in the last arc.
Oh, but it felt so confusing because it felt like Long Chen didn't know.
I think he didn't know originally until he started using it for pill refinement, and the dragon said it.
No. During the auction, it felt like he didn't know. Cause it threw me off because we hadn't read it in a long time, so I hadn't remembered.
Okay.
But it threw me off because when they showed the pictures of both cauldrons, when they showed the Earth cauldron and then the Heaven cauldron, and I was like, oh.
So I think the reason for that is that he has the Earth cauldron.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the Heaven cauldron.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know how the Heaven cauldron looks. So when he saw the images, he's like, "Oh, that's how it looks," because he's never seen it before.
But that didn't. I thought that didn't. That's why it confused me though, because I was like, we only have one cauldron.
Yeah.
So why was he panicking about the second one when he was selling the one that looked like it?
Because so he was panicking for that because originally he only had the one cauldron, and it looked like, and he was passing it off as the Heaven and Earth cauldron.
Oh.
So now that there's two different images, and he sold it as one of them, that's the Heaven and Earth cauldron. And he was like selling it off as like maybe it lost like some of its runes or something over time. But like now that the second one he like all of a sudden has the second one, like it was like, oh no, he actually just had them split up. He had to merge them or whatever. And I'm assuming they merged.
Okay.
But I that's how I read it. Did that help or no?
Yeah.
Okay. The auction was funny. We met that ghost disciple guy, and who almost one-shot a Long Chen.
Yeah.
I was surprised by that.
You're strong.
I think this is the first time. I feel there's a lot of first. I feel like we met a ghost like disciple like for the first time. So from the ghost style, like who wasn't like super like higher up than Long Chen, because we've seen like ghost ships, stuff like that, where it's like just like way past our current level, but he was like the first time we saw like an actual ghost disciple. That was good. I like that.
Yeah, so there are a lot of geniuses here.
Well, that's another thing. I don't want to hear about no more heavenly geniuses show up that we haven't seen for whatever reason. When this Sage King prefecture was supposed to find out the number one heavenly genius under the 9 heavens and 10 lands. Because there's literally no reason why a heavenly genius shouldn't have been there if they think they're like, if they're actually like number one of the generation.
Well, there's still one more heaven left.
But why wouldn't they have been there? Because there's something even crazier?
Well, it could be crazier, or there's just no access, right?
Fine.
It's one of those like, oh, the 9th heaven, we can't get into it.
Fine, that's the last. That's the last asshole I want. Because we always get more crazy disciples out of nowhere. Like in the mortal realm, it was really bad.
I think it's gonna be just as bad.
No, it can't be just that bad. Because it was like every time he went to the secret realm, he'd kill everybody there, and then he'd come out and then it'd be like, oh, the secret disciples that are actually stronger than those old disciples.
Yeah, because I remember when first like Celestial.
Yeah, Celestial
1 was like insane.
Yeah,
and
that was so dumb, bro.
Then we had 1 through 9. I was like, oh, we're just gonna do this 9 more times.
Yeah, it was so bad, bro. And then we got, I think there was something above 9, but it wasn't Empyrean, or was it Empyrean?
I think it was Empyrean.
Yeah, so we had 9 ranks of Celestials.
Oh, and then before we even got to Celestial, we had Chosen.
And Chosen and Favored.
Yeah, Favored, then Chosen.
Yeah,
I think.
Favored, Chosen, Celestial. Celestial 1 through 9.
And Empyrean.
Empyreans. And it was just so ass. I remember because there was
I think they just left Celestial. And then it was Celestial, then True Celestial.
There it was. And then Empyrean?
Yeah.
I remember because the Empyrean started showing up like everywhere, and like the like peak of like the Tao, I forget what it was called, the Marshall Heaven Continent, like big organization. Do you remember what it was called?
Oh, the Marshall Heaven Alliance?
Yeah, them. They're like 4 secret seniors were like 4 like Nether Passage people who were like half Empyreans. And all of a sudden we just had like super amount of Empyreans like everywhere. And they were trash. Just getting stomped. Bro, I was angry.
We're gonna have it. We already have triple supremes, bro. We went from primals.
Yeah.
Then supreme, double, triple supreme.
Bro, they can't. How are they gonna pull out more heavenly geniuses besides that one time they go to the world, that next world? How are they gonna do it again?
Oh, they'll probably be the last time.
Okay.
I don't
Just
think
one more time.
I think it'll be one more time. I don't think it'll be any more than that.
Okay, fine. We're getting like,
because we're about to hit World King.
Yeah. Also, I feel like we're really like in the grand scheme of things, like if there's maybe 2 ranks out there Eternal, like we're very close to peak, bro.
Yeah.
Like Longshan, it looks like Longshan can kill anything under an Eternal Expert right now.
That's why once he hits World King, it's gonna go nuts.
That's true.
And because actually, you know what? We'll leave this when we get to that part.
Okay.
But once he gets his stuff back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But see, was there anything else that happened before
we got the auction, we got the Heavenly Firmament. Big part.
Oh, the Nirvana scripture.
Yes, we got the alongside the Cloud Dragon immolation art, we got the Nirvana scripture 1 through 9. We have all 9 ranks. He can't use all 9 ranks.
He learned up to 7?
I think he learned up to 6, and when he tried to use 7, he couldn't because of where he was currently at. But I think he might be able to use 7 like in like normal areas.
Yeah.
Because it says something about the 7th rank being like creating your own world.
Yeah, like you're expanding the world, right?
Yeah, you're expanding the world.
But he's expanding like a world from like the immortal era in like that dream kind of thing.
Yeah, so he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I think in the like regular world, like he could do it. So
plus he hasn't memorized, so he could study them later.
So I think he can comfortably use 6. I think I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
And maybe 7th, we'll see.
Yeah.
But in the Nirvana scripture, we finally got all 9 ranks. I was wondering how he was gonna get that.
That was the perfect spot. Yeah.
It was a perfect spot. High Firmament Academy, and we also found out, like, I don't know if you knew, but like Divine Brahma, like his name is straight up based off of the Nirvana scripture. I didn't know that. I never knew that.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Did they say it before?
He had mentioned it a couple of times. So why he named himself after Nirvana scripture?
I don't think I remember that. That he's straight up named after the Nirvana scripture.
Yeah, because Brahma is another word for Nirvana.
Yeah, it was on like a footnote, and I was like, oh wow, I never knew that.
I think no, because at the beginning they had called it the Brahma scripture. Remember?
No.
What they did?
I don't remember that.
It was right like when they first heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
He called it the Brahma scripture.
Wow.
And then we found out it was the Nirvana scripture.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's interesting. But yeah, I like saw that tidbit and I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Either that, or I think it was translated originally as the Brahma scripture,
Mm-hmm.
and then it became Nirvana.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. I'm not sure.
You know, maybe that could have been a thing they did. Like maybe sometimes the translators will go back and change stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe once you started reading it, they already like made it all like Nirvana.
Yeah.
And then like they phased out the Brahma because like it was kind of like mini spoiler.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? Well, now we know.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. But other than that, that was it. We got that, and then we start the Sage Convention. I feel like I don't even know if we had to talk about it all because there's a lot of like jibber jabber in there, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can go over what the like
big thing.
Yeah, the big thing. So
Yeah.
basically, the Sage Convention, which is supposed to be this gathering of karma luck where no one really dies. If you lose, you just get teleported out because it says you run the ones.
Yeah.
We found out there's no ones.
No 1v1s.
Basically, it's death trap.
Yep.
So when you die, or you get fatally injured, you die, and you don't get TP'd out. And we saw that when people were dying, they were getting absorbed. Of course, and we were just like, "What does that mean?" So everyone was vigilant. Longchen was like, a bad feeling, and so they're going up the staircase.
Yeah.
Which is like it's the classic staircase pressure.
Yep.
Every
novel does
every cultivation novel in existence has a climb the staircase.
Yep.
On the stairway to heaven.
Yeah. And it's a fire every time.
It is fire every time. I never get bored of it.
Me either.
Every time I see it, I'm just like, climb the staircase, buddy.
It's a solid like 10 to 15 chapters of like them like showing the pressure increases and everything, and I'm always there for it, bro.
Yep.
Never not.
But yeah, so all the weak people who were just going there just for the experience realized life and death was in their hands. So Longchen took in a bunch of, all the weak human cultivators. He brought them up. And basically we have people on the, opposing side saying like, oh, why isn't it working? And they're like, oh, maybe we have to kill the weaklings because they were absorbing, the blood was being absorbed earlier. Yeah. So they attack Longchen's group to try to kill them. And Longchen's like defending them. Oh, you know what? There was one thing we left out right before the Sage Convention.
What?
The Zoo family. The traders of the Violet Blood race.
Yes. Very
so
true.
we found out that there is a Violet Blood clan called the Zoo clan that we had never heard of.
True.
That have Violet Blood. But then Longchen was getting the feeling of repulsion, and we found out they betrayed the Violet Blood clan.
Facts.
Basically, their Violet Blood was practically dried out. And they used Devil Key to basically
kind of like kindle their violet blood.
Yeah.
Make it burn stronger, but make it less pure.
Yeah, because makes it alarm it.
Yeah.
Basically, have to fight back. Obviously, it was like poison to quench thirst. And basically, it was Brahma's plan, so they were under divine Brahma.
Yep. Like everybody.
Yep. And yeah, so they're the ones hurling the insults and stuff.
They were very big throughout this Sage King Prefecture like fight. They were very apparent.
Very annoying.
Very. I wrote this guy's name down so we could say it because he was getting on my nerves. Let's see. Is Zhu Yifeng. He was like the leader of the disciples.
Zhu Yifeng.
Zhu?
Yeah, it's like Zhu King.
Okay, yeah, Zhu Yifeng. He was like the leader of the Zhu clan. And they're technically part of the they part of the human race?
Yeah.
Even though they have violet blood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because basically also the Sage King Prefecture on the stairs, they're divided by race. So like humans go all together. They get to the top and this guy does not shut up. He starts wanting basically what happens once they get to the top is they're like, oh, they realize that it's not a 1v1 anymore. It's like everybody starts noticing that the staircase was absorbing
blood from the people it killed.
Yeah, so then when they saw that the 1v1s hadn't started yet, they were like, oh, we need to kill more people. And so like always, everybody goes against Longchen. That happened, and then there was a big fight. Also, that man said Longchen said he was gonna kill him in 10 moves. He lasted forever. He lasted forever.
I don't think he used 10 moves. Though.
I don't think he used 10 moves, but like he was alive for so many chapters
Yeah.
after that was said. Usually after that's said, either he's dead in like one chapter.
That's because he kept running away.
He did keep running away, and it was basically just a whole bunch of like continuous like
it was a bunch of shenanigans up until what happened.
So enough blood got gathered.
Yeah.
And then the world
they were start fighting, and then the dark creatures came out.
Yeah, the dark creatures came out, and then that was another slaughter, and the dark creatures were like at the level of what was that?
It was
the Fiend Lord or the Darkness Lord.
Yeah, the Dark Domain.
Dark Domain Lords. We got a bunch of those.
They're stronger than them.
Yeah, we met.
Yeah. Oh no, the original ones, the first ones that came out weren't, because there was.
Yeah, they progressively got
dark
strong.
gold.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the other ones were.
Yeah, but an important part here, the Fairy Squad showed up.
Yes.
We got Tang Winner. That was my favorite. She's just like, she screams. That's the type of lady I like. And then we got Main Key was there.
Chuyao.
Yes, I was so happy to see her.
ZQ.
Well, we hadn't seen Chuyao just yet.
Oh yeah, but she did show up.
But we saw all of the fairies though.
Wait, no, we didn't.
Except one, the original Devil Race girl. Right? I don't think she was there.
Two, the Zither girl.
Yes, I forgot about her.
Yeah.
That's actually true. Where's also I just have to realize I have to retract my comment about the disciples, because I just realized a lot of clans knew this was a trap, so they might have not sent their strongest people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
because the Sage came
Eternal clans.
Yeah.
Knew.
Yeah, and some of the other like demon clans and devil clans kind of knew.
The strongest clans knew.
So never mind. We'll see more disciples.
Actually, wait.
What?
Yeah, that makes so. I didn't even think of that.
I just clocked it right now while we're talking.
That must mean that they made a deal and like, oh, we're gonna get this, and you guys get the other thing.
So they probably sent like their backup Heavenly Supremes that are not actually like super crazy.
No, those could have been the strong disciples. There could just be other clans without like like clans split up resources.
Yeah.
So there could be equal strong clans, like strong geniuses, at another spot.
I personally think it was their second rate like strongest. It was like if they have a top 10, they send like number 5.
I don't think it's second rate because of like Fang Fei and Long Ocean and all those guys. Unless there's, I mean, there could be stronger clans, and that's just these clans. But I don't think from those clans like they send the second rates.
So I think some people send second ranks, but I think some people did send like their like primary, their strongest person, because they didn't think they'd have any danger.
Yeah, I think like the Jiang clan, the Long clan, I don't know about the Year Zhao clan. Actually, no, yes, because they did say those were like their top geniuses.
And by the way, there is 8 clans.
Yeah, but we don't even hear about the other 4.
No, we don't. But there is 8 clans.
8 eternal clans. But
8 eternal clans.
Clearly, those 4 are gonna have more importance on them.
Yeah.
For some reason that we don't know yet, because they only talked about those 4.
Yeah. But we got the Fairy Squad. We're killing the Dark Domain Lords. And once again, we're kind of in a situation where they're collecting blood essence continuously. And once enough blood essence is filled up, the Sage King stadium gets destroyed, right? And they like flips. Is that how it worked?
Oh yeah. So flip. No, it didn't flip.
It just got wrecked.
It got merged.
Yeah, merged. There it was.
So there was apparently 2 Sage conventions going on at the same time somehow.
Because we didn't see a lot of like important characters. We were like, where were they?
Actually, it was only when those merged that we saw Chuyao.
Yeah.
We saw Mo Neon.
That was huge.
And then did any other Fairy Squad come from the other world?
Guyang. Is that his name?
Yeah, Guyang came. Oh yeah, there was like 2,000 or 3,000 Dragon
3,000 Dragon Ball Legion members. Yuzi Feng. Our fucking guy.
Yes. He
Sword Cultivator of Legends.
He pulled up and he did
went
God's
crazy.
work.
Yeah, bro. He really did.
God's work.
That's one thing I gotta say about this author. He talks about how crazy sword cultivators are, and he does not let up with that.
Yeah, he delivers every time.
He does. So then we got an actual meetup. So it seems like unless we get more Dragon Ball Legion members kind of strailing in. Originally, it was 13K in the mortal world. It seems like 5,000 survived.
Yeah.
We're at approximately 5K. That's a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine all of those eternal, like, disciples.
And now they're gonna be all triple supremes with the tree.
With the tree, yeah. So that
they
was
killed a lot. So that's
oh, it's definitely enough.
So triple supreme Dragon Blood Legions on the way.
Yep. So that was huge. We got all the members. We got Moneon. We got all the Prince, all the Fairy Squad members. Who else was really big that we saw?
Well, Li Ruyan was with the.
Yeah, she's
Trio.
like half Fairy Squad.
What's her face?
The Undying Willow, by the way. Oh, an important fact: she became.
Cloud there?
Cloud was there, yeah. Undying Willow race, made what's her face? Their princess.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Lu Ruyan.
Yeah, Lu Ruyan. She became the princess of the Undying Willow race, which is also the Emperor race of the
Undying race.
Yeah. We get that. And then another bloodbath starts. This is just like continuous. This is what I was talking about, the jibber jabber guys. It was like we didn't know what like we were leading towards. And finally when the two worlds converge, they start fighting again. We find out the ultimate goal. Longchen kills the Zhu Yifeng guy. He soul searches him and he finds out that this whole thing is a trap. Why was it trap for again?
So there were 9 pillars, right?
Yeah.
And the 9 pillars needed to absorb a bunch of blood essence because as to sacrifice to detonate a
spatial pocket.
Yeah.
And then the spatial pocket led to another dimension.
Yes.
Where there was like a super strong senior. Or was it just another dimension? I wasn't sure.
No, it was another dimension where there was an eternal expert.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yes, and so the 9.
I think.
Yeah, and then within the 9 beams of light, there was 9 heaven venerate corpses.
Yep, and then an eternal corpse.
And then like a 10th light was an eternal corpse. And if they gathered enough energy, they were gonna use all that energy to let like an eternal expert come through with a bunch of like his clan members or whatever.
Yeah, those would detonate. And
Yeah,
the karmic bead would show up.
Yeah.
And then that would detonate to create the thing.
Yeah. The what?
The spatial.
But yeah.
So what they needed to do was destroy the pillars to stop it. Then we found out that there's so much energy that the pillars repair themselves because too many people were dying.
Indestructible. Even the Black Dagger destroyed it.
Oh, Dong Minyu.
Yeah, Dong Minyu showed up.
Say her name, yeah.
That's true. Dong Minyu, her Black Dagger, it worked, but they started repairing themselves after that. So there was that. And then so Long Chen was like, bet if that's how it's gonna be. He makes what's his name?
Yu Zifeng.
No, Jia Chen.
Oh yeah.
Jia Chen, he says like, hey, set up that formation real quick. He sets up a transportation formation, and right there, Yu Zifeng, the sword cultivator of the gods. He can have his own novel, bro. He can have his own novel. Yeah. He shows up, karmic luck bead that is impenetrable, cannot be destroyed. The Dragon Senior even tells Long Chen, you can't destroy that. You don't have enough power, like focused in one shot. Like you could not destroy that. Yu Zifeng is like, hold my nuts. One slash destroys the karmic luck or shatters this karmic luck bead.
Yeah.
And all the karmic luck runes get thrown out in like a big like think of it as like a bomb, and all the like runes just explode out. Jia Chen uses his formation to transport all the Dragon Ball Legion members right into like the epicenter of the bomb. So they get like, in my head, they got 90% of the karmic luck runes right there. That was pretty crazy. Yu Zifeng went crazy.
He went nuts.
Yeah. It was funny. It was the girl from the High Firmament Academy who's like a sword cultivator.
Oh, Mu Kingyu.
Yeah, she became like his disciple.
Yeah, right there.
And she was like looking at him like, it's like, this guy's amazing. What happens after the karmic luck bead gets wrecked though?
Oh, so they teleport back, and basically everyone is focusing in on them because they start fighting.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
I think that's when the all-out brawl started.
Yeah, that's when it started, because then everyone was like, "Oh, we have to kill them all to get the karmic."
Oh yeah, then they all ganged up on the
runes.
Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Legion.
just trying to get the runes.
Mm-hmm.
So ganged up on them.
Mm.
And I think, is this where Long Chen started fighting Long Ioshin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they started kind of talking a little bit, but they weren't fully fighting yet. They like kind of, I think they were exchanging more words than fighting.
Yeah.
And then Long Chen was killing a whole bunch of like random geniuses.
Yeah. Oh, also we saw descendants of the human emperors.
Oh yeah.
So we found out that apparently in the past, well, I mean, we already knew this, but
Yeah.
I don't think we really understood just how strong they were.
True.
That the 5 human emperors, which
Mhm.
is the Grand Jia and Grand Yan,
Yeah.
those places, apparently those human emperors, like, that was like they were the peak of like mankind.
I think that might be the rank above Eternal. Like it won't be called the Emperor.
No, I think those might be titles. I don't know if they're
Yeah,
ranks.
I think they're not. But I think their level of power was
probably above Eternal.
Above Eternal.
Yeah.
But like under like 9-star Master.
Yeah.
Mm.
So those were like the peak powers, and that's why I was like, they were able. That was like the peak of humanity's glory when the 5 human emperors were up.
Mm.
And so apparently Jia Guhong is a descendant of
the Jia clan.
Yeah.
The Jia Emperor clan.
Yep. And we met the Yan emperor descendant.
He was getting trashed.
Oh, I feel bad. So apparently Mo
Neon.
Neon. Pretty. So he goes in the tomb. So he
Yeah.
got into Grand Yan tomb.
Yeah.
And he needed to take a number 2
Yeah.
quick dump.
Yeah.
And he didn't know that there was someone in the coffin.
He shit it in his mouth.
Yeah. He was like, oh, that was so funny.
Oh God.
reading that.
He was like, I'm sorry. And Monian was like, oh, I didn't know you could take that much. Monian's just a savage, bro.
He's too funny. He's the funniest guy.
He really is. And I like that he's like, his level of strength is like, obviously not at Long Chan's level, but like right
it
there.
matches up. It
Yeah.
keeps pace with him at least.
Like he's right there. He's like Goku and Krillin, but he's like way stronger than Krillin. He's more like Goku and Vegeta, I'd say.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And so I love that. They start fighting again. Everybody starts fighting. They start ganging up on the Dragon Ball Legion. Also, an important point here is that Long Chen repeatedly gives a lot of like the random human experts like an opportunity to join his side and not betray the human race.
Yeah.
And he gives them like probably 4, 5, 6, 7 chances in here. And finally he like, this is where he makes his last stand, and he's like, hey, if you're trying to fight me, you're against the human race. If you join my side, you'll be for the human race. And so then a bunch of people leave, and so I think I forget the number he's left with. Basically, that's the number.
Like
a couple million, and that was like, this is the represents the human race. Everybody else is a traitor, and that was crazy. And then proceeds the final fight. And there's a bunch of in between fighting in here. And actually, before the final fight, we get our big man. He shows up.
Yes. Wild.
Thank you. Say what you called him before, guys.
No. I called him Willed.
Oh my God! When Biggest Gamer said that, I was like, "There ain't no way." How did I? Why, bro? He's part of an emperor race of the Blood Barbarians.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you said that word. It has to be wild. What did you call it again?
Willed.
Willed? No, bro. There's no
Sorry.
way. Maybe if it's really like that, I'll take my own headcanon over that. Bro. No way. It's wild. Wild showed up and he was a monster.
He wasn't. So basically, we finally saw him again, and he started eating people like crazy. All the demon beast races.
Yeah.
Yep. We found out. So he's descendant of what should have been an extinct blooded barbarian race.
Mhm.
But even if they're guys with no brains, they weren't that dumb. They definitely knew to leave behind descendants.
Yeah.
So they did. And now Wilde's there. He's clearly gonna revive them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he went crazy with his club, beating the hell out of everyone. No one could stop him.
Nobody.
Even eternal weapons they were basically like paper cuts to him, which is crazy when I was like, paper cuts to this guy? That's nuts.
That is insane. And we finally saw some more of like the barbarian race.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're not as dumb as Wild, but like they're pretty like straightforward people.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. He was like, they're coming. They were when they arrived, they were like, yeah, I don't know, we're just supposed to listen to Big Boss Long Chen.
Yeah.
And he was like, when they were like, oh, can you come help us? Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was it. Like nothing else. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
They're just like, oh sure.
and they started feasting. Wild especially started feasting
Every
instantly.
person he fought, he ate, which was nuts.
That's demoralizing.
Yeah.
Like
No, that's actually horrifying. Like
your peers are getting like eaten in front of you.
yeah, because these are
Raw.
intelligent creatures, and they're
Raw.
yeah, the guy's literally biting your arm and ripping you off. Like that's so like horrifying to just look at. Like
demoralizing, savage,
that's
terrifying.
We're fighting like zombies, and the guy's like
Takes your arm and eats it in front
yeah.
of you. Oh God, he's savage. Literally. Wow. That happened, and then right after that, they're kind of on like a race for time because the Dragonblood Legion and all the other members, like the Star River, the Sky Art. We also get the Battle God disciples showed up. They're like pretty strong, like the Secret Force of the High Firmament Academy. And a bunch of other like random powers join up, like the Undying Willow Race and their partners. They're playing defense basically because once enough people have enough blood essence was gathered, the Sage King prevention would be destroyed. I think that's how it worked, or was it just with the timer?
It was just about to end.
Okay, yeah. So the fight was about to end.
They're waiting for the runes to absorb.
Yeah, for the karmic luck runes. Yeah. So once the time ends, like they could leave because they were getting surrounded by like 90% of the geniuses.
Yeah.
To like their 10%. And so they were just waiting on the time, and then finally, right before the time is gonna come, Long Aeolian comes out. He becomes a triple supreme, because I guess he wasn't a true triple supreme. He merges his spirit blood, the spirit bone with a spirit root, and he gets a manifestation.
He gets the legendary original triple supreme manifestation. So I guess all these other triple supremes, they're fakes.
Yeah,
he's original. He's an OG.
Yeah, and if you get the original triple supreme manifestation, you have the
qualifications for becoming a human emperor.
That's crazy.
And he got clapped
instantly.
Oh boy. Long Chen, they were fighting for so long. Auras kept rising. Long Ocean kept trying, bro. He's trying to, lie to himself, saying he's afraid. Use his power to give him confidence, but
terrified.
It was nothing, bro. It was nothing before the 9 stars.
And let's be honest, it wasn't a long fight.
No.
I think it was 2 clashes. Mm-hmm. It was one big clash with the 7-star battle armor versus his
3-flower manifestation. Right?
No, actually no, first it was the Minghong Saber versus the 7-peak sword. Mm-hmm. And they were in like almost all, and Longchen used Split the Heavens 1, 2, 3, and 4 all stacked on top of each other, and Long Aeolian used like a super crazy move with his manifestation. They blew up like the whole stage.
Oh yeah.
It was like a nuke drop. They said they literally thought they got transported to another world. And then what was the second
that's when he used the 7-star battle armor. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know if he used Split the Heavens.
He didn't. I think he just straight up just
Oh no, he just gathered the murderous intent for the entire world. Mm-hmm. And he lit up the sword with all of his astral energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because once he called out the 7-star battle armor, I was so hyped.
Yeah,
but then I was so mad because it was yesterday, so the last 3 chapters came out today for the Long Ocean fight. Yeah. And we were just like, bro, if these chapters didn't come out, I would have been so pissed.
Yeah, it was such a cliff.
Because the last line was 7-star battle armor, yeah. And then I had no chapters. I was like, wait a minute, there's no chapters left. Yeah. I can't read what happened.
And so Long Aeolian gets clapped, and sadly, another saber gets lost. Yeah. Minghong saber.
So Minghong, he detonated his, I guess life force is probably the right way to say, because he could not reach the eternal realm without doing that. So he basically was like, he wanted to go off in a blaze of glory, kind of like how Evil Moon did.
Exactly like that.
And yeah, that was his final attack when him and Long Chen used their full power. Long Chen put everything. The 7 suns blazed on Minghong.
Mm-hmm. Destruction. I think he only gets one more saber.
Yeah. He finds one more probably.
One more that'll lead him to the peak.
But he probably won't find one for a while.
Yeah.
He's going to be a hand-to-hand guy for a while.
He has the power of a dragon, so he'll be okay.
Well, but yeah, Long Ocean gets clapped.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out of the rubble Long Chen blasts his arm apart pretty much with one punch. And right when he's about to kill Long Ocean, the 8th Elder. Oh, yeah, that's right. We met the Long Clan.
Oh, yeah.
Elder and some disciples. He's basically trash.
Yeah, he's basically like a trash innate heaven veteran, whatever. Not important.
Yeah. And then, I don't even think he's innate. Is he?
I think he was.
Okay. Well, he was trash.
Yeah.
But basically what happened was he tried to save Long Ocean with a spear.
He did.
Yep. Long Chen attacks him.
Gets obliterated.
Yep.
And then Long Ocean gets away almost, and Long Chen has to make a decision. Chase Long Ocean and get his stuff back, or basically save the Dragon Ball Legion and the members. Well, not the Dragon Ball Legion, because
they probably could have gone away, but the High Firmament sect, Star River sect, and then other human disciples who came to help them, because they were being surrounded by all the other races, because the karmic runes were already absorbed.
Yeah, they didn't want them to grow, because then once they grow, it's like their powers are. Because it seems like all the human, basically, in this, it seems like the Dragon Ball Legion and that side of members got 90% of the karmic runes. And Long Chen, we were talking about this, he probably got very few. Only when he randomly killed geniuses, he might have gotten a couple runes, but he didn't get a lot.
Yeah.
But he's not lucky anyways. This Dragon Ball Legion will be lucky for him.
Yeah, that'll be good for them.
Yeah.
Especially now that they're all about to become Triple Supremes.
That was most of it. One other thing I want to add, just a really cool line that I thought was crazy, was when Long Ocean got his crazy manifestation, and he was like, "I am the very heavens," and all the heavens and the $10,000 submitted to him, and he was like, "How will you fight the heavens?" And then Long Chen's like, "I fight the heavens every day."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh bro, that was crazy. And then he murked them right after. I was like, that guy is whew.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the cool lines. I don't know why.
I think another one was when he used his will to suppress the heavens, in the middle of the Sage Convention. I don't remember what part it was where he screamed, because I remember all the seniors were talking about it because they could feel it outside the.
Oh yes. I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember
exactly where. It was right a little bit after beginning.
Yeah.
Or in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember because everybody was talking none of the disciples inside understood how strong Long Chen was when he did that, but all the seniors outside were like, "This guy's a monster."
Yeah, and everyone was shocked when they found out that Long Chen didn't have his spirit blood, spirit root, or supreme bone. And they were like, "He's this strong now."
Yeah.
What happens when he gets it back?
True. Another important fact, I'd say, Yu Zifeng, when he destroyed the karmic luck bead, they said that the power that he unleashed in that one point is stronger than some Eternals. The ability to interfere with space and time, only some Eternals have that power. And Yu Zifeng was able to tap into that to destroy the karmic, or to shatter the karmic luck bead. So that's to see how strong he was. He's
Sword Dowen, Gmail.
Yeah. And it said that he reached he broke through. They didn't say he broke through a bottleneck, but he ascended another level when he unleashed that sword attack.
He said put everything in it.
Yeah. It was funny too when they were attacking the Dragon Ball Legion. They didn't go to his side at all.
No.
There was everybody was going to all the other sides to surround the Dragon Ball Legion. Yu Zifeng's side empty, not a single soul, bro. He's becoming just more and more OP, bro. And I love it. I love it. When he does stuff that I wish Long Chen did, instantly one shots people.
Well, when he gets his Violet blood back, he'll probably be able to now.
It's true.
Because remember, Violet, it's the pinnacle of control, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So with the, I don't know how pure his Violet blood is, but basically based on what the Zoo guy was saying,
pure.
He was just saying this is a peak Violet blood power. So peak Violet blood power combined with his Violet key,
his 7-star blood.
Yeah, I don't know how that does for control.
Yeah, but
that seems more a destructive. But all I'm saying is Violet blood key, his control is gonna be he'll probably be able to do what Yu Zifeng can do when he gets it. Because if you concentrate all that destructive power into one point,
yeah, that's true. It'll be insane.
Yeah.
What other points? Right when we end this arc, we're running away from the Sage King Prefecture. I don't know where their destination is. They're heading to. Do you? No. And basically they're getting surrounded by like eternal experts, like strong people from the races, because they don't want these people to grow up. And the Palace Masters right there starts fighting.
He's ready. He's been waiting for a fight, bro.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
I like looked at the Lock chapter and he was like,
Me too.
He's like, I can start fighting now, right?
That was the very last bit of the teaser.
I was like, oh shit,
because he's been wanting to fight this whole time. I think does he one shot a half step Eternal?
Yeah,
he like one shots a half step Eternal, guys. So
it was
like,
so funny how every time he's like, fight.
Yeah, that's all
like,
he'd say. Fight.
He's like, no one can blame me. He's like, once you guys started attacking, I got cause. Man.
Yeah, and so I think it was a perfect spot to end. We got could have been a couple more chapters, but it was we finished the Sage King battle. You know, true. Sage King convention was ended.
Unfortunately, Long Ocean got a wing.
Yeah, that was sad.
That's an L take.
But also, important part that we find out is that it seems like the Long Clan isn't fully under one banner.
Oh, because the Grand Elder.
Yeah, so the Grand Elder, who has the same status as the Long Patriarch, doesn't believe the way the Long Patriarch is doing stuff is the correct way.
Yeah.
So it seems like when Long Chen shows up to the Long Clan, like he won't just be straight up rejected.
Yeah.
Oh, and also a tidbit we find out is Long Chen's dad is not being harmed. Mm-hmm. He's in safekeeping. So we find that out from actually Fang Fei. Fang Fei's like junior master or whatever from the Fang clan. I don't know if it's her master, but like her elder says that to Long Chen. So Long Chen's pretty hype. That was that. What do you think happens in the future?
I think the next step.
Yeah.
It's probably go to Long Clan.
Yeah.
That's the next step.
I think. Well, obviously, I think they go to Long Clan, but right before they do that, well, I should not obviously, but this I think is obvious first. I can't wait for the next like 20 chapters because it's all just gonna be the Dragon Blood Legion powering up.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, you're right. The Triple Supreme baby.
Yeah, the Triple Supremes and all of them like getting all their power ups from this, and like whatever the karmic luck brings. Like, I think we're gonna see the next time we talk about this, we're gonna see a ton of battles, but we're gonna see like them flexing their strength.
A ton of power ups too.
Yeah, we're gonna see a ton of flexing, and I think I think if we read this in another like 120 chapters, I think they'll be close to ascending to World King. I don't think it'll happen in the next like 120 chapters, but I think it'll be like.
I think it will.
I think it'll be like right there.
They're like he's already peak Immortal King, right?
Well, he said he got there. He was the 9th rank.
Oh, you're right. That's right. I say I confused it because I forgot 9th is not the peak for him.
For Long Chen is 13. Everybody else is at peak. So I want to say they ascend to World King.
Will hit World King, but he won't be World King.
By the end of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or by the next 120 chapters, he still won't be World King.
Okay, I agree with that because I think that's true. Everybody else will, but I don't know about him. At the same time, though, like that makes sense. Cause even if they ascend, they can't like cross like ranks like he can.
Yeah.
So he'll probably still be stronger than them. But like, yeah. So we'll find that out. But yeah, I don't think he gets to World King in the next time we read this. I want him to, but I don't think he will. But he'll be like right there. He'll be on the cusp. So before you want to add anything else from Night Star?
Nope.
It was a pretty good week.
Yeah, it was a good week. We almost got destroyed because we almost had those 3 chapters today that we read. We were just like, I need it.
Yeah, we needed it bad, bro.
We needed to see what happened there. You can't just leave us hanging like that.
True. And for next week, we are reading To Hell Being a Hero Again.
Yes.
It is it's in its closing chapters.
We're in the final arc, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so we stopped at 425. We looked it up. The book is finished. It just hasn't finished translating on Wuxia World.
Yeah.
There are 522 chapters. So we're going to read 425 to 475 for next week. And then once the novel's finished, we'll come back and finish it with you guys. That and we'll finish out the review for Beyond the Timescape 150 to 200.
I'm excited for Telleth Being a Hero to finish. I want to see how that ends.
I almost like can't see how they continue after this because that last fight was just it felt so peak already.
It did because it was just war on all sides, bro.
I want to see how they make it even better than that. It's kind of my thing.
We talked about it after the podcast. We felt like we didn't give it enough justice.
We didn't.
We just didn't explain this how epic, and how just
insane.
Yeah, this is an extinction level event that just happening over like 30 chapters.
I think we read too many chapters and we couldn't give it the time.
We couldn't because we would have been there for like 3 hours.
We really would have been. But it was good, guys.
Yeah,
like that was.
Yeah, that was the best art.
It really was. But beyond the Timescape 100 to 150, I was thinking about something, bro. Before we get into it, how do you feel about doing like minor spoilers from like the last chapters that we've already read when we're doing like the later chapters, like 50 to 100? Like we can talk about some stuff from 0 to 50, or should we just do nothing?
Oh, we can do that.
Okay. So I'm thinking we've read the first 100 chapters. We won't give away like the huge things, but like we'll talk like you guys know what's happening, you know?
Yeah. So you can kill. No, I'm kidding.
But let's see. There was a huge competition, right? That just happened. No. He was actually no. What just happened for him? He went on a bloodbath, and
okay.
He went on that big bloodbath, and he gets back
at the island.
Yeah, he comes back, and this next 50 chapters we won't say what happens, but we will say they get into something very big for the sect. They get on the big sect competition, and it's pretty brutal. Like if we haven't clarified enough how ruthless and brutal it is,
let's just say when you hear the word competition, it's not your classic,
it's not Heavenly Stairs
1v1 Heavenly Stairs tournament, or we're gonna be seeing how long can you stand or like sit in some random position for or whatever.
Yeah, no,
1v1s. No, this is
no duels.
This is straight brutality,
slaughter.
Yeah,
extinction.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I think like Chunin exam.
Yeah, but like on steroids.
Part 2.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah. In the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly like that. Yeah. It was gruesome, and I loved it. We got some big power ups, some like actually ginormous power ups.
I wish they saw your face when you said that. You're like, it was gruesome. And I loved it.
Because it does it so well at being gruesome, bro.
Yeah, the brutality in here is just absolutely insane. I feel like it feels like it goes away for a little bit and then it just comes back in full force.
Yeah, and it feels like it's weird to use this term for the brutality, but it feels like a breath of fresh air sometimes because it's so different.
Yeah, it is different.
You don't like see like this level of brutality, and like it's just, I think it fits perfectly with the theme of the novel. Like the world they're in is called Armageddon, and it's like you really see that in every facet of the world, of like how like destroyed everything is.
Yeah, and the creepiness of like all the different creatures is nuts.
True.
Whether it's animals or ghosts or the grooves. The grooves are just the creepiest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like it's so disturbing. It's like I'm watching Noragami.
Yeah.
Like those creatures. That's what I feel like they're describing.
100%. Yeah.
Like that's what I think when they describe grooves.
It's on, bro. I love it. Beyond the Timescape
has me hooked, bro. Like,
hasn't dropped off. I'll say that right now.
No, not at all. Honestly, as it gets stronger and stronger, it just gets better and better.
Yep. Especially, like, I thought it wouldn't. I just thought there'd have to be some sort of lull.
There has not been. It doesn't feel it. I think it's because they're so short. Like, I feel like any downtime doesn't last more than like 3 chapters.
And even within those 3 chapters, it's not like
the lull.
Yeah, it's not like the main character is just sitting down, like relaxing.
No, he's experimenting or studying pills or poison or any of all that stuff, getting stronger. Like, and you're just like interested in like, oh, how is he gonna get stronger through this method?
Yeah, exactly. Method? It's very interesting. There's never like a lull doesn't feel like a lull, even though it might be one.
Yeah,
you know.
And every fight has been great.
awesome.
Yeah.
And just seeing how he all his tools come together,
Mm-hmm.
especially like where we end at chapter 150, where he's kind of at a different level of power, I'd say, and he's starting. His abilities are really coming together really well, and it's very impressive. Very impressive. That's Beyond the Timescape, bro. Still 10 out of 10.
Oh, 100%.
Still 10 out of 10.
They've been balling. Urgent, you're balling right now.
He really is.
Don't disappoint me, bro.
He can't. You better not. You started so strong.
It's for the strongest start to a novel ever, dude. For me personally, I don't think I've ever seen a novel start so strong.
Same. And this is from us talking at chapter 300, guys. Yeah. Because we're still reading. Mm-hmm. I think once we finish our review, maybe we'll stop talking about it.
Yeah, I will, because I wanted to. I need some chapters to come out.
Yeah. I think I stopped at 300 for that reason.
Yeah.
I stopped right at 300. I was like, I can't keep doing this 2 a day.
Yeah.
I can't keep doing it.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
It's torturous.
Especially with this type of novel, I feel like you need at least like 10 chapters when you sit down and read. Yeah, this has been episode 39 of Light Novel Fiends Podcast. It's been Adamar.
Biggest Gamer.
Peace.
Peace out.